You know anything about whiskey?
No, I'm afraid not, sir.
Whew. Joseph Lee, if God ever made two better inventions than a pretty woman and a bottle of whiskey, I ain't heard of it.
Hello again, whiskey tippers and spirit sippers. Wun Wun here again, and we were finally able to track one down we've been after for a while. Oh, we've been looking for it since June, and it finally came in. They had one bottle, so you already know it came home with me. Today we're going to be trying out the Macallan Edition 5.
Giggity, 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 goo.
I am so pumped and excited for this. Much people were wondering what color it was going to be. Here it is. It's purple. I'm sure you guys have already seen it. Rob, Whiskey in the Six. Shout out to him. He was the first one to get it. I don't know. He went to some Macallan party and got it from the host. I don't know. I was jealous as shit. I know that. But we finally caught it. We finally got it down here. Back to Seattle. Here it is. I'm ready to taste this one. Macallan Edition number 5. Let's get into it. I've been ridiculously excited waiting for this one. And I'm not going to lie. I've just, like 2 or 3 times a week, just stopping into different stores like, hey, you guys get the Macallan number 5? Hey, you know when the Macallan number 5 is coming in? And it seems like it always came out in like June, August, July, like no later than August. And yeah, for some reason it took all the way to October to get here. It's a week before my birthday. It's one hell of a present. Let's talk about it. Macallan Edition number 5.
Whiskey. All you want.
Oh, it's purple. Yeah, a lot of people were wondering what color it was going to be. They had like the brown one for the first edition and like the, what was it, the orange one for the second edition. I have the third edition. It's yellow. Fourth edition was green. And the fifth edition is purple. And it already says right on the inside of the box, that's another thing people are talking about is how many in the collection are going to be, how many in the edition are going to be. In this one, it already says edition number 6. It's coming. So you already know it's going to keep coming. A lot of us some people thought there's only going to be 5. A lot of us were guessing that there's going to be 7 for like the 7 pillars of whiskey that Macallan always talks about. So I'm guessing there's going to be 7 editions, but totally a guess. Who knows? But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. A new selection of exceptional oak casks will be chosen to create next year's edition. Join the discussion, da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, next year there will be edition number 6. This is edition number 5. This came in right at $119.99, $149 out the door. So pretty much, I guess this one's actually a couple dollars more than the last one. I think the other one was like a $111. So yeah, this one's a few more dollars, but hey, I'll pay the extra $8 all day long because yeah, I've been ridiculously excited for this. It's another one. I hope I didn't pump up too much that can't live up to the expectations, but I doubt it. It's Macallan. It's the special edition number 5, and it's going to be magnificent. Let's hear it. Right there in the mid-range. Not great, not terrible. Oh, purple edition number 5. Let's get it in a glass and let it air out a little bit. Don't even want to spill a drop of that. It's too good. Too good a juice. Don't want to lose a drop. It looks like this one only has 5 different barrels. The last one was matured in 6 different casks. This one looks like it was only 5. Looks like a first fill bourbon barrel and a second refill hogshead butt. And then a first, I don't even know what that is, a Tavasa hogshead butt. And then a first fill Vasima bud. I mean, these are things I've never heard of before. And then a first fill Hudosa hogshead. So yeah, I haven't heard of any of those, but I guess those are all American oak casks. So all done in American oak. This one is 48.5 ABV. So you already know we're looking at 97 proof. It's going to pack a little bit of a punch, and I'm excited to figure it out. Oh, it's going to be so good. Can't wait to taste this. Right out of the gate, the nose isn't nearly as aggressive as the number 3 was. Of course, that was done by a master perfumer. This one, the big thing was color. That's their big gig with this one, is it's all about like all the different nuances and colors and colors that represent Macallan. So they put all that together and they came up with mauve taupe basically, but they came up with purple, what they're calling it. And yeah, I don't know how much colors in whiskey have to do with each other, like, but hey, I don't know. Color looks beautiful. It's not purple, but it looks beautiful. Yeah, the smell, like I said, it's not nearly as aggressive as the 3. It's like it does have a barrel smell almost, but you can't really. I mean, maybe it's just because I read off the 5 different barrels I know it was matured in, but it does almost have like a barrel smell, but you can't put your like, it's not a sherry cask or anything like that. Oh, and then it's like a little bit of, it's like sweet and vanilla, a little bit of a sweet vanilla smell. Almost a salty caramel with it too. Almost like Cracker Jacks almost. Yes, it almost has like a salty caramel vanilla smell. It's interesting. It's a no age statement, so we don't really have to, we're not going to let it sit too long. I mean, we want it to air out a little bit in the glass, let the air hit it a little bit. I got a whole new series coming because whiskeys are totally different from the neck pour to halfway down to the very bottom of them. I've had bottles that have changed all the way down through. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that coming up in a series here pretty quick. So keep an eye out for that. But for this one, the Macallan edition, you have no idea how many stores, how many times, how many places. Just go in there, hear anything about the Macallan Edition 5, know anything when that's coming? Do you have any idea when the Macallan Edition 5 is going to drop? Like, just been on the hunt for it, and I finally tracked one down, and it was the only one they had, and I was so excited. So happy. Almost makes up for going in the tournament and popping out 5 before the money. Almost. Yeah, that does. Salty caramel vanilla. I get like a lavender, like a rose water, like a lavender and a rose water. Maybe a little bit of lemon oil. But yeah, like a lavender and a rose water, I think, are 2 of the bigger smells in there. Lavender, rose water, and lemon oil. It has a little bit, I guess that one of these has to be a sherry cask because there is, that Macallan sulfur smell. This one, once I'm going back into it, it is there, but it's in the very back end. It's not prominent like on the 12 or anything like that. But when you really get down in there, it is there. It's like, oh yeah, that's a Macallan. Oh, I'm excited. Let's give this one a taste. Prost. Wow. At first, it's like, I don't know, it has kind of a little zing and pop, but there's no winter hug that you get. It just kind of, there's no burn on the tongue. It kind of goes and goes down. And you're like, oh, that was kind of almost flat. Not really. I mean, there's a little bit of zing zip there. But it's kind of like, oh, that was a little. And then, whoa, just the after finish is crazy. I mean, it's still going. It's long and it's almost like a Zip Fizz or a Alka-Seltzer kind of going off in the back of your mouth. It's like really fizzy. That's crazy. I don't know if that's like that caramel salt vanilla just dancing off the back of your tongue, but wow, that was really interesting. I mean, more than flavors, it was almost just like, I don't know. That first drink was an experience. I gotta tell you what, that was weird. Let's go in for another one and see what happens. Cheers. It's almost like a slight cherry taste. Almost like slight, like cherry vanilla. A little bit of salt, like a caramel salt cherry vanilla candy. But it's not sweet, but it's very savory. You can kind of taste it. One of these has to be a sherry cask because I feel like I'm tasting sherry. And you can kind of smell that sherry sulfur note kind of when you're like right when you get up, right before you take a sip. I mean, you inhale that and smell it. So I think that's affecting the taste as well. But it's like a little bit, it's like cinnamon almost. Like a little bit of cinnamon dancing back there, but really smooth. It's crazy. It just goes down really smooth and then there's like this just after kick on the back of your tongue that just starts fizzing and yeah, it's almost like cinnamon dancing back there, like cinnamon, just a cinnamon flavor, like a red hot kind of. Boy, that's really interesting. Let's put a little water on it and see what happens. So far, so good. I am not mad at the Macallan so far. Put just a little drop of water in it and see if it opens up at all. See if that changes it. Oh yeah, so far it's not disappointing. It's different though. It's from most of the Macallans I've had. Like I say, it's got like a lot of spice and zing. This is the only way I can explain it. Like just this cinnamon, spicy, salty, kind of salty, sweet zing on the back of your tongue. It's interesting. Is that what tasting a color is like? Is that what the color purple tastes like? All right, let's see how it tastes with water. Get a little water in there, see if it opened up. Cheers. I definitely feel like I'm tasting oak. like a spicy cinnamon, salty oak. Definitely getting the water brings out a lot more of those oak barrel flavors. I mean, yeah, it's 5 different American oak barrels that it's finished in, and I feel like that's really resonating. The water really brought that out. A whole bunch of that oak flavor. And the smell is, that sulfur smell comes out just a little bit more. But it's sweet. I mean, it's not overbearing. It's not like the 12. I mean, it's right there. It is nice. I like this. This is so good. I'm so glad it didn't disappoint. This is another one I was a little afraid of. I had hyped it so big in my head and was so excited to try it. And I gotta say, it is not disappointing. And for being 97 proof, it's drinking like it's 80 proof. I mean, it is so smooth and easy. It's crazy. 3% under 100 proof? You gotta be kidding me. It doesn't get any smoother than that. But with the water, you definitely get a lot more of the oak. And it's like the different oak flavors. It's interesting and complex. It's not just like a barrel tannin like a lot of things are. Like, you can tell there's some different oaky flavors in there. And like I said, it could be my mind playing tricks on me because I just read off all these different things it was finished in, but I don't think so. I mean, it really does. They definitely have an effect, and you can taste it. That is very, very pleasant. All right, well, we got to go for round 3 and put it over some ice and see how it fares on ice. But, oh, man, so far, 2 for 2. I'm pretty excited. All right, let's put this bad boy over some ice and see how it fares. Well, I mean, it's supposed to have a purple hue, so I guess maybe with all the purple labels on it, kind of, there you go. Does that look a little purplish? Does that give it that purple tone? Oh, but it's not really like, yeah, it's not, I've seen people say it's not supposed to be like the whiskey's purple. It's just, I think the purple is just supposed to encompass like all the different colors that are Macallan, like from basically from the acorn to the bottle and everything that it entails, and just all the different depth of color. And I think that's where they came up with the color purple, and I'll give them that because I like. Oh, Macallan edition number 5. Thumbs up so far. See how it fares over the ice, and I do like a lot of whiskeys over ice. I mean, I like them neat mostly, but I do like the flavor of them ice. And the ice usually really brings out those barrel flavors, and with the 5 different special barrels, this could really be something. So I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's launch it. Yeah, it took away any zip or zing or all that dancing on the tongue. That's all gone. Now it's just smooth going down. And what the water did for bringing out those oak tannins and flavors, the ice just amped that up tenfold. It's just all American oak flavor, like American oak water, but flavored and smells amazing. Oh, just that salty, sweet smell and taste. Not so much the vanilla and the caramel anymore, but still like a saltwater taffy almost, or something like that. Like a salty margarita drink, only without the tequila, because I hate tequila, and this is actually good. But yeah, that salty, almost brininess. Yeah, it really tamps everything down so far down. I would suggest this one, basically. If you're going to do this one, I would say basically neat, or maybe even a dash of water to open it up for some of the extra barrel flavors. But the ice almost, I mean, it brings out more barrel, like it's like a stronger barrel flavor, if that makes sense. But it just tamps down so many of the other smells and tastes that it's like just a little, it's more just an oak barrel water than like a salty barrel water instead of like all the deep flavors and complexity that felt like it was there with just the water and neat. Yeah, the ice kind of tamps this one down. Like I said, for being 97, I mean, you'd think it'd hold up a little better to ice, but boy, neat, it just drinks like it's 80. So yeah, I would suggest this one definitely neat or with a little bit of water in it. I think I like this one neat the best. Boy, scale of 1 to 10, I think this one gets a good solid 8.5. I mean, creeping up on the 8.75. It's really good. Here, just to be sure, we better have one more little sip neat. Maybe we can't get it up to the full 8.75. Give it one more fighting chance, see what happens. But yeah, this is really good. Wun Wun recommended all day. Absolutely delicious. Worth the wait. So glad it's finally here, and definitely looking forward to getting to know this one a little bit better. Cheers. Let's see what this one is. just salty, maybe even a little nutty, like salty, nutty candies. Like not really just chocolate or fruity, but just chocolate, like nutty candies. Not too sweet. Yeah, it's just crazy how it dances on the back of your tongue. Just those like that fizz pop feeling. That's weird. Yeah, I like this. This is a good solid. I need to spend more time with it and get to know it. But right out of the gate, just first impressions, we're gonna give this one an 8.5. 8.5. It's solid. Good all day. I'm glad to have it. Welcome it to the Macallan family that we're starting to build up there. And yeah, like I said, looking forward to spending a little more time with it and get to know it better. And who knows, maybe it'll change again like most of these things are halfway down the bottle. And when it does, and if it does, we'll definitely be letting you know about that. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because we got a whole bunch more videos coming on the way. So until we see you next time, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic week. Cheers.